Come on in, guys. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Happy Friday. Come on in. We got to talk so many updates. I don't even know where to start, but we in here. Grab a drink. Grab you something to eat if you're hungry. This might be a while. We got updates. We got everything. We got everything. Click like as you come in. Share the live. Text it to a random darkie. Okay? We're going to go over some history. We're going to go over some current events. We're going to go over some website updates. We got people writing policy. It's going down. The boycott, we got people boycotting. It's going down. Okay? It's going down. Whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not. Let me calm down. I'm excited. Clearly. Share the live. Share the live. We got to talk. Calm down and gathered myself. Welcome to today's show. I hope that you guys had a great Friday. I hope that you hardly worked today and didn't work. Y'all, we got some great updates. I hope you got on your black. I told y'all to wear black. I didn't know whether I was going to do the show yesterday or today, but I said, no, the boycott started today. So no, we got to mourn on the day of. You know, I got my black on. I told y'all what I was going to do. I got my black on. I'm ready. Are you ready? Okay? Because the Africans are mad. Ooh, they hot. They fire hot with y'all. They pissed. They are pissed. And you never know how a group of people truly feels about you until you stop giving them money. Now, we see these types of things play out in our daily life and family and friends and pseudo friends and even relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend. You know, you pull a bite from a person, you see how they start acting like a rabid cat. I thought you liked me. Wait a minute. I thought it was your brother, your sister. What happened to all that dashiki shit y'all was trying to do with us? Now y'all pissed, want to fight, want to kill folk? See, y'all never liked us in the first place. And they say, okay, you know, the black Americans are boycotting us, but they don't boycott the Asians. And no, we boycott everybody, bitch. That's why you see a girl online one day with nails and the next day she ain't got none. No, these aren't acrylic sets we got anymore. We started boycotting the Asians too. You just didn't hear about when their money dried up. You didn't hear about it. When them hoes went up on their prices, we boycotted them too. See, this is the thing here in America, in our United States. We do what we want. When we say we ain't getting you no more money, that's just it. There's no debate. Ain't no debate, bitch. There's no debate. We didn't just boycott you, niggas. We boycott anybody. Anybody can get it. That's what people need to understand, and they need to understand that very quickly. It's a new day. Somebody just gave me a thumbs down. There must be an African in here. I ain't even enough people in here. I'm still waiting for people to load in. Should be 2,000 people in here. You know, it's an African. How did the African slip through the door? Y'all waiting. Y'all just waiting in the cracks for somebody to come and accept your apology. Please click like in here, guys. We got some haters on the line already. See, when self-preservation kicks in for the Negro colored darkies of America, and then everybody want to get pissed. Y'all don't care. Y'all don't care. See, when you come over here and you take money out of our kids' throats, and then we start self-preservation, when you come and take opportunities from our kids as it relates to college scholarships, and you get to walk in as a DEI college student. I remember when I was going to college, all those Africans that was matriculating through HBCUs for free. I didn't think much of it because I'm a kid. I'm on scholarship, so technically. But I had to work for that scholarship. I couldn't go to sleep and have my tuition paid for. I had to get up because at any given day I could lose my scholarship. You niggas just walked over here. You're not going to take money out of our kids' mouth. You're not going to take jobs from our kids. You're not going to take jobs from our adults. We don't want to see you unfufu niggas at the door at Walmart as a greeter, bitch. Those are jobs for our elders. If you didn't know, you will know now. These jobs aren't for you. So everybody mad, but it's okay. Continue to click like, guys. Come in. This is a night show. This is not a show for kindergartners, baby. We really got to talk. We talk like adults when the sun go down. Okay? Now, the Africans are pissed on TikTok. I'm not going to go through all those dumbass videos because then y'all will get my true feelings about stuff. And at some point, I want you guys to think I do like people. So I can't sit on here and do commentary to a lot of this bullshit. Okay? I break off in the whole chant and start doing full out hoodoo. I be over here shaking bones in my hand and playing in dirt and all kind of stuff. I fuck around and be done call my uncle. How many hogs you got out there in that pen? Anyway, I'm just kidding, guys. Like, I'm just filibustering as people load in. Hey, everybody. Hey, y'all. It's Friday. Have a little fun, okay? Let your hair down. Somebody said we need both. Courtney, come on in, guys. Click like as you come in. I got some updates for you guys. Lots of updates. I do have a video that I do want to show. A couple of videos that I want to show actually. Of just how serious this movement is with us. Caring about ourselves. That's what I call it. You know, we have to reroute money back into our community by any means necessary. Now, we felt that something was up. You know, we heard even the president say something about black jobs, and a lot of the shills, a lot of the bots just kind of laughed it off like, what's black jobs and all this kind of stuff. Some of us didn't laugh. Some of us just was kind of like, we just pondered what was being said and just kept it moving. But as far as you get through the year 2025, you see exactly what is a black job. As you see your kids, your nieces and your nephews matriculate through this workforce, you see exactly what a black job is, because now they're not going up against the kids their age. They're going up against full-fledged foreigners. And now as you see your husbands and your boyfriends matriculate through the workforce, now they're not just going against regular everyday Americans. They're walking into a job where it's Venezuelans, it's Africans driving trucks, can't even speak good English. It's Venezuelans in the trucking industry. You niggas can't even talk. You can't read the signs. How did y'all get? And there was a whole debacle with the UPS with people not being able to read signs. How did they get on the road? How are they taking jobs from our families? How did this happen? We let it happen because we stopped killing folks. That's my conclusion. We stopped putting people in ditches. We stopped. We really stopped. We stopped killing folks. That's what happened. And we let people come in and do this to us, and now we're taking it back. For everybody who's a bit confused, I want to say this. Let's say this. As you know, this show is not scripted. You know, I do have some things that I want to tell you guys, but this is not a scripted show. I do go by the energy of the chat. I do want to say this. The African Union is changing this movement of Black Americans taking our power back. They are changing it to a FBA movement. And I know why they're doing that. Although the people who started the boycott, they wasn't going around saying they was FBA. That was something that was put on them. Even me, when I was doing the research for Essence, which led to this, y'all never heard me say I was FBA. You never heard me say that out my mouth. What I said was, if y'all call me that, I understand where y'all coming from. Because I have been in here in America. I was here in America before the 1500 date that the FBA start date. So, but when people say that, I understand because we're here. However, the African Union is saying the FBAs are boycotting. The reason they're doing that is because they're trying to actively list the FBA as a hate group. Now, whether it's a hate group or not, doesn't matter. They pinned the leader down, Tariq, in order to list it as a hate group. Just like Yvette Carnell created ADOS, Tariq created FBA. Now, it's cool that you say ADOS and it's cool that you say FBA because we're in this and we know what's going on. However, these people, when you make them angry, they get to say, based on what we say online, based on how you act online, based on your skin color, they get to say, you're FBA. If you're anything American, you're FBA and you're a part of a hate group. They then try to take it to the FBI and say, look at this hate group. You don't have to put in the chat what it is. I don't need no definition of FBA. I don't need no definition of ADOS. Y'all don't have to put it in the chat. I'm telling you what it is. They're trying to go and list it as a hate group. And by that, they can justify certain shit. You know the girl who made the boycott go viral? The Africans are spreading around that she got shot in the head. They're spreading around. They went as far as to get news clips, whether it's AI or not. I'm painting the picture for you guys. The girl who made the boycott, the African boycott, go viral, they're spreading around that she was murdered, that she got shot in the head. And then Africans are in this chat, especially on TikTok, up under the comments, laughing. Like that's what she get, right? But see, if you paint something as a hate group, and then somebody who started something is painted within this hate group and they get murdered. Not saying she got murdered because some people are saying she didn't get murdered. But the Africans are spreading around that she got murdered. If you paint a brush, yeah, she was a part of a hate group, the FBA hate group. Then it looked like, okay, that's why they murdered her, because she was a part of a hate group. Now, the only reason why I'm speaking on this is because I saw one of the brothers on TikTok said he reached out to her directly to make sure she was alive. That's why I'm talking about this. Now, if it was something where she wasn't alive, then that would have been a problem, because we got to be careful. We are Negro Americans, colored Black Americans. We are not a hate group. FBA did not start no boycott. FBA did not start the research for Essence. FBA did not point out this African Union bullshit. Regular everyday researchers who are Black Americans pointed it out. Period. Now, you will have to deal with that as a race, because you can't paint a whole race as a hate group, but you can paint a nickname, an internet nickname, as a hate group. Now, y'all better be following what I'm saying. You got to be careful. Now, Tariq will have to come and clear this shit up and say, hey, he created the damn acronym. You need to come out and say, this is not a hate group. I don't give a damn about nobody just putting the definition out to say it's a lineage. We know why y'all created this. We have a lot of nicknames. We have a lot of nicknames, guys. They're trying to use this shit in order to do crimes by painting it as a hate group in order to justify some shit. And also, y'all keep putting we are a lineage in the chat. We know what we are. Also, guys, you just got to be careful online. We're going to play some videos of some of these Africans. The people over in Africa are being massacred. They're not being very clear on whether these are Americans that are being massacred. They're just saying they're Christians. The African Muslims in Nigeria are doing the genocide of Christians right now. And this is not something that happened parallel to the boycott. It started happening before any mention of the boycott even happened. This is just something that they're doing. They're literally luring people over there and massacring them. We're going to talk about that as well. Overall, don't let these people paint you as no hate group. Don't let these people take every little thing a Black American do and say it's FBA, because you already know what they're trying to do. They're trying to paint you as a hate group by saying you're FBA, which can be easily done because it's not tied to a census. FBA is not tied to a census. It's not tied to no official document. So it could be painted as a gang-related hate group. Now, if they start doing killings and say that was an FBA that did that, boom. Not a nickname, then became a hate group. Just like that. You better pay attention to the whole picture. Also, with the African boycott, this is not just a one-fold thing, baby. We're not only not going in there, baby, ICE being called. I don't know what people think. They're going to do some kind of weird marketing and pack their facilities with people to make it seem like, see, Black Americans have no power. They have no power. We still got... No, baby. Be careful, baby. Because now ICE has been contacted as well. It ain't just a boycott. Now we trying to get you niggas the fuck up out of here. It's not just a boycott, baby. It's a ripple effect. It's the boycott and ICE. That's what it is. It's a boycott and ICE. I want y'all to see this video of this brother really quickly that I thought was just very good. Very good video. This guy, his name is Maroon something. Let me play it for y'all. It just goes to show you how deep this goes, how deep this rabbit hole goes. You guys been taking all kind of opportunities, and Africans have been used just as a total like buffer group of people to take all the opportunities from us. And I am so glad that we are finally seeing this shit for what it is. Y'all take a listen to this.
In a very interesting way, which is actually both the universities and the corporate employers are literally, this is true, they literally import Africans so that they don't have to hire African Americans because they still count as Black. There was a great story, the thing that woke me up to this, there was a story in the New York Times 20 years ago about Harvard. This is Harvard admits, Black students, but which ones, back when the New York Times could talk about these things honestly. And it quoted actually Henry Louis Gates and Lonnie Guinier at the time at Harvard Law School, basically observing that African Americans were not benefiting from an affirmative action because Harvard had figured out that they could import Nigerians. Right, and again, it's just like, great, the Nigerians are great, they're very smart, they're very productive, it's fantastic, all other things being equal, you'd like to have as many of them in your country, but like, is that really why we're doing, the set-aside programs?
This is a part of American history that most immigrants, and specifically, I want to talk to the Africans that come here, this is the part of American history that you guys don't understand. And this is why you may think the Black Americans are always complaining. You guys have to understand that we are not a guest here, right? We didn't just get here and like you guys. We're on a completely different program, and
One
the
of the great
government
challenges
treats us as
is
such.
knowing enough
Let me
about
read
a
this to you.
subject.
We are the only group in this country with a moral, legal, and historical claim to reparations, land, restitution, and policy power, and the moral authority to challenge the foundation of America. We're the only group that has been here since the beginning. We understand the law of the land. We know how this country was started. We know every single step that this country has been through. And when you have people like that, that's the higher ups don't want to fight with people like that, right? So what they do is they use DEI to go get they import people who look like us to then put them on the screen, Katanji Brown Jackson, Karine Jean Pierre, to make it seem like, yeah, we do hire black people. Those are first generation people here. Those are not black Americans. They don't look at this country like we do.
Exactly. Exactly. Now we're gonna go a little bit further. We're gonna go why it's important for us to separate from this group of people. It's beyond. It is beyond us just we don't like how they look, we don't like that they musty. It's beyond that. Their hairlines fucked up, their head shapes crazy. They sit here and cosplay. It's beyond that. When you get into heritage, how people were raised, their customs, their traditions, these people are I'm telling you, in old books, they were calling Africans monsters. And we're gonna look at this video. And I'm telling you, man, they something. They're not like us for sure. For sure. For sure. They're not like us. And we finna watch this. Let's watch a little bit of this video here. Let's watch a little bit of this. Am I on the screen? Can y'all see me? Because I don't want to get flagged for not being on the screen. Let's see. Here we go.
Nigeria, Frank Uto,
Hold on.
another 50 Christians have been gruesomely murdered in the ongoing genocide in Nigeria. Frank Uto, a Nigerian lawyer and native of Yelawata, joins us now. Frank, these 50 that have been killed recently, you were talking with me before we got started about the manner in which they were killed. It wasn't, a bomb or something. This was a gruesome event. Can you tell me how these 50 people died?
The way they kill our people is in the most horrific, the most gruesome, the most cruel manner anyone could ever think.
I really hate this smirk on his face, but let's continue watching. I really hate that he has a smirk on his face. See, they're talking about killing Christians. They're not saying specifically, are these the Black Americans? And this is happening in Nigeria. Are these the Black Americans?
Make even the devil to shiver. Because what they do is that when they come around, you run into your hut, into your house. And then what they do is that they will now, cycle the house with fear. They will lit fire on the house. And then when you are coming out, they will now hack you down with machete. So they're cutting you as if they are cutting a piece of wood. Not as if they are killing a wild animal. You don't even kill a wild animal that way. So they'll bust your brains with machete and you see spillage of brains. I believe you've seen some of these very horrific pictures. They are so graphic. I have hundreds of them in my phone right now. These are my siblings. These are my cousins. These are people I know so well. I know almost 80% of these people. As a matter of fact, some of them, I spoke to some of them a week before that thing happened. And anytime we speak, we talk with dread. We know that we're living on time bomb. We know that these things will come again. So every time I try to give them an advice, to keep their eyes open. But that was what happened. There are two of my aunties who were pregnant. One was pregnant with a twin. with twins. They split open the stomach, they remove the twins, and then slaughter the twins.
You're not supposed to be wearing no dashiki. Yo, you wasn't raised like that. Y'all can hear this, right? Let me make sure y'all can hear it. Y'all can't hear, right? Y'all can hear that, right? Can y'all hear it? Yeah, you wasn't raised like that. So they can't be mad because we want to really, we when I say this African shit need to come off our name, putting African on our name implies that we are alike, that we have a shared culture. We don't. It implies that we have shared customs. This is something that is far. It's been going on far too long. Far too long.
So that's what's happening.
Please share the live.
And then when you are coming out
in here, please share the live and get more people in here because people need to see this.
Now hack you down with machete. So they're cutting you as if they are cutting a piece of wood, not as if they are killing a wild animal. You don't even kill a wild animal that way. So they'll bust your brains with machete and you see spillage of brains. I believe you've seen some of these very horrific pictures. They are so graphic. I have hundreds of them in my phone right now. These are my siblings. These are my cousins. These are people I know so well. I know almost 80% of these people.
Let's fast forward.
So every time I try to give them an advice, pregnant. One was pregnant with a twin. With twins, they split open the stomach, they remove the twins, and then slaughter the twins. So that's what's been happening. And when they are doing this, they begin to recite Allah Akbar, which unfortunately has become
Allah Akbar. Allahu Akbar. That's who they are murdering in the name of Allahu Akbar.
Has become an internationally recognized slogan and motto for terrorists. It may have good intention. It may have good intention. The word, which unfortunately has become an internationally recognized twins. They split open the stomach, they remove the twins, and then slaughter the twins. So that's what's been happening. And when they are doing this, they begin to recite Allah Akbar, which unfortunately
Allah Akbar. I don't want to hear no American saying nothing about no Allah Akbar. Because see, when you let these people through our borders, and then our women and kids go missing, being found dismembered in suitcases and shit, it be these same Allah Akbar people. Even when I was getting death threats online, it was these same Allah Akbar people. But you got American men twist and turned up with these niggas too, talking about this Allah Akbar shit. All of you want where the fuck, Ali oxen free, abracadabra, whatever. Nothing about that is correct. Nothing about that is correct. You are not to play God. If you can't go out there and wave your hand on the Atlantic River and part that bitch, you're not even there yet. Imagine taking a life that God put on earth that ain't did shit to you just because you're going to say something about Ali oxen free. And we supposed to keep sitting around, walking around with these people's name tethered on our as a hyphenated African American? They have came over here and literally taken our whole culture down, literally. Now, I just had some people leave out of chat. Y'all could be the Ali Akbar people. Get your shit together. Because these people are murdering in the name of Ali Akbar. Your grandmama didn't teach you that. Your grandmama did not teach you that. I'm sorry. Your granddaddy didn't teach you that either. It's gonna come to a point. I was watching one fella here on YouTube. he was saying how women shouldn't lead, and I thought he was saying like how I said, women shouldn't be out in the front leading nothing. Because we're soft targets. These niggas will kill us and say Ali Ali oxen free, and then be done sold our lungs on the open market. But how the black guy was saying, he said nobody should be a leader because leaders get killed, and the men in your household should lead you, which is y'all. Let me tell y'all something. When y'all are out here talk about these subject matters on social media, don't be a nigga to just report the news. You are a leader. If people are following you, if they're watching your videos, consuming your content, sending you super chats, even giving you a view, that means these people think you're a leader, and men need to lead. The reason why African men are pissed off right now, to the point where they can say, even start a rumor that this girl got shot in the head, this American girl. The reason why they can even do that is because they figured, one, black men are not going to do anything. Two, African men run the African braiding industry. The women are just doing the braids. The men, African men, run the African braiding industry. And so for women to come out here and say, hey guys, they treat us like shit in these African salons. They pulling our hair out. Y'all see that with your own eyes. You can go to your boyfriend. You can go to your dad, your brother. They can see they done pulled your hair out. See, here in the South, how I was raised, you don't let two people be over your head. You don't let two people be in your hair at the same time. That's one reason why I ain't never went to the shop. I'll never let two people be over my head at the same time, but I understand. Everybody wants stuff really fast these days. But when two people are over your head, they can set up counsel against you easily, and they're sitting there touching your most powerful possession right there. You don't know. These people don't like you. They kill you and say Ali Akbar, and will sell your fucking organs. They don't like you. So to have these people sitting here braiding your two or more, that's the Bible tell you that when two or more are gathered. I'm not finna let you niggas gather over my head with your evilness. You don't get to touch my hair. I don't know what you all colluded and said behind the curtain before I sat in the chair. You could be wishing death on every black American woman by doing this one black American woman hair. That's just how deep it is. My grandmama taught us that. You don't let two people over your head, baby. My grandma didn't let two of us scratch her scalp at the same time. No, one of y'all do it. You ain't got to. And she not, and we her babies. They don't take two combs in my head. All I need is one of y'all to scratch my scalp. Yeah, all of us used to run and try to do it because she had long, beautiful hair. And we all wanted to play in her hair. You don't let two people over your head. See, our young black girls didn't really learn that. Our young black girls don't really, not some of these ain't young girls. Some of these grown ass black women, y'all know fucking better. Go to somebody and let them do your hair. Now, if you got to trust two people over your head, they're gonna be two American girls. I'm not finna have two foreigners who clearly hate my guts operating over my head on something that's just, it just look like something that's innocent, like braids. No, girl, no. Don't they use your hair to do voodoo? Why do people use your hair to do voodoo? They use your hair to do voodoo in their country. You know that. You know if the hair's used to do voodoo, what it can be used if these two people setting up crafty counsel against you while they sitting here putting these half ugly ass braids in your hair. These people have came into our communities and made us all look bad. They did it here in Atlanta terribly. And I can recall how this happened here in Atlanta in general. Because I was at some kind of event for the Braves, some kind of fundraising event. It had to, for the Hawks. It had to be for the Hawks. Whoever Dikembe Mutombo played for. He was a basketball player. I was at a meeting, a fundraiser type event with a whole lot of old black people from Atlanta. I was probably one of the youngest people at the event. I was just there by default of my attorney being there. Now, it just so happened I was sitting next to one of the black mayors here in Metro Atlanta, because Metro Atlanta is like not like, you know, it's just one black mayor here. No, it's cities with a whole lot of cities with a whole lot of black mayors. So I was sitting next to one of the black mayors, and Dikembe Mutombo went up to speak, and I think I even got a picture with him or something. He said that he had sponsored setting up a consulate or something for Africans. I think it was Nigerians or Ghanaians. But the first African consulate was coming to Atlanta. And Dikembe Mutombo sponsored it. And I remember when he got up and announced that shit, how all them old money black folks in Atlanta was just looking crazy, like stone. They wasn't happy. They wasn't clapping. They was just like stone. And I wasn't happy or sad either. I was just neutral because I didn't know the effects. I didn't know how this would affect. I didn't get it. I didn't fully get it. But when I see stuff like this, I get it. I get it. I get it why they were stone-faced.
This company is going.
I get exactly why they were stone-faced. I get exactly why. Them older black people were pissed. They were pissed. So what these Africans have done to Atlanta, it makes me go all the way back to that meeting, which I probably still got pictures online from. That freaking fundraiser. When Dikembe Mutombo stood up and said what he was finna do. And them old black people, they was just old. They was... By old, I just mean older than me. They wasn't like 80s. These were people like shit, probably 40s, 50s, 60s, all the way up. I just mean older than me. They were not happy, and I see why now. Because you have issues like this that's happening.
Small businesses. Money was intended to help small businesses, but it went to fancy cars and property. Fox 5's Denise Dillon talked to the U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Georgia about the case.
Hold on, let me start over.
Money was intended to help small businesses,
okay,
but it went to fancy cars and property. Fox 5's Denise Dillon talked to the U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Georgia about the case.
Carl Torjagba used some of that money to buy this house. Authorities say he cheated the government out of millions of dollars so he could lead a lavish lifestyle.
Torjagba is a fraudster from Marietta.
During the pandemic,
Torjagba Ugubunku, whatever, weird African name, lived in Marietta, Metro Atlanta. Look what this motherfucker did.
Torjagba got a $9.6 million Paycheck Protection Program loan. On top of that, he filed fraudulent tax returns that generated a $3.4 million IRS refund.
That's $13 million of money obtained from the federal government through fraud.
He spent that money on this home in East Cobb, land in Northwest Georgia, a number of high-end vehicles, a down payment on a 72-foot yacht, and plastic surgery.
Got himself $15,000 worth of gladiator abs.
Torjagba was able to get the PPP.
And still ugly. I mean, just as West African ugly, the still West African ugly shaped head. But this is why them old money black folks in Atlanta were looking at Dikembe Mutombo upside his head like, nigga, is you fucking serious right now? This why. Because the African scammers have came to Atlanta, Metro Atlanta, and turned this bitch inside out. And they did it so quick. They did it looking like Black Americans. I mean, he clearly don't look like us. But when he put his hat on and have his shirt off showing his surgically induced abs, he could just be fooled as a black man. Look at the black man. Look at that black man.
Claiming he had a company, Kremkov Industries.
Kremkov Industries was running a gold mine in Ghana.
The company was...
It's the same shit, guys. He running a gold mine in Ghana. Guys, did you hear that? He said his company ran the gold mine in Ghana. That ain't no different from what... Okay, let me just...
And so were the hundreds of employees he said worked for him.
According to Torjagbo, 493 people who were living in the United States but working a mine in Ghana. And he identified by name a number of those employees to the banks. Individuals like Keanu Reeves, Gene Hackman, Oliver Twist, Jon Snow. This was really a notorious fraud.
While it may seem almost comical, the money Torjagbo received was meant to help small businesses that were barely getting by during COVID.
But it's horribly offensive that this was money meant to help struggling Americans, and it was wasted and abused by this criminal.
Torjagbo will be sentenced in November. The maximum he could receive, 170 years. In Marietta, Denise.
170 years, and because you want to come over here and do the same fraud that y'all niggas, you cannot let these niggas through the border. You cannot let these niggas off their flights. This does not even include how these African women be coming over here on these flights and taking a squat and having babies. It doesn't even include the bullshit they be doing. Okay? You can't let these people through the border. You can't let them get off the flight. You got to let them stay over there contained in their villages. And they say, oh, she's so hateful. That sounds hateful. That sounds hateful. No! Find me a good one. Because if you over here cosplaying black men and you doing shit like that, then when black men go in the bank to try to get a loan, they thinking about you. This nigga's a scammer. I couldn't even get a PPP loan. I had a real fucking business. My friends couldn't even get PPP loans. They had real businesses. And but George Jackbo came and cleared the room. Came and ran the table. That's a problem. That's a real big problem, guys. These people are scammers. And I look at this. Somebody said, please click like in here, guys. I need all 615 of y'all to please click like. This is a serious matter. We people in here thumb down. You must be George Jackbo, must be in here. Because it's real everyday Americans that need things. And when you come over here cosplaying us, you're getting the wig like you're getting your makeup like you're getting your hair, you're getting your earrings, you're getting your swag, you're learning American vernacular. You're learning Ebonics. Let's call it what it is. There ain't no African American vernacular. Bitch, it's Ebonics. You're learning Ebonics. You're learning to talk like us because you sit there and study us every day. And then you go to cosplay and acting as if some of them even changed their name. A lot of them changed their names too. But they find each other. They make sure that they find each other. All while cosplaying us, getting all the opportunities that's meant for us. And then we wonder how we get pushed further and further back. This is how. Not only that, y'all, I noticed this too. I noticed this too, and it instantly pissed me off. The African Union is taking up donations for their 6th region. We need to make sure we sue these son of a bitches for this. For all the money that they collected here, they need to get sued. They need to get the fuck sued. I don't know why. I don't remember why I didn't show y'all that. Or did I? I don't think I did, because I probably would have said we need an attorney to sue them for this ASAP. I'm tired. Let me keep sharing my screen because also ICE, don't forget, ICE, here's the tip form, and this is something that needs to be done all the time. Here's the tip form. Okay? And you can almost put anything in here. Because they are guilty of all of the above. It's human smuggling, human trafficking. It has been alleged that these fucking Africans are involved in human trafficking up in those braid shops. It's being alleged, and I believe it 100%. Them niggas ain't gonna sue me for saying this shit. I don't even got to say alleged. They pulling the same thing them Koreans thought they was gonna try to pull. They bring these motherfuckers in on these work visas. But see, with the Koreans, we knew this because they was doing our hands and our feet at one point. Our favorite nail taker be gone. I don't what a favorite nail to what old girl at? She gone. She had to go back home. But what the Africans do, they come over here on these work visas. And this is what I'm saying. The African men run these braid shops. They come over here on these work visas. They get put inside of a braiding shop and they never go home. Work visa does not last forever. They get over here on these work visas and stay. That's not how the shit works. You're supposed to go the fuck home. They don't go the fuck home. They start having babies. And that is supposed to anchor them down over here in America. That's what they've been doing. That's why they're so pissed that we're now boycotting these braid shops. Because they're going to lose their money. They get to lose an entire operation by way of us boycotting the braid shops. Because now you don't have enough money to push a work visa off on another 100 Africans and put them in a braid shop. A random mercenary who finna come over here and say Ali Ali Akbar, and then when they get over here, they saw Ali Ali Akbar and American women and children, and then selling their organs on the dark market. And now you got women and children just missing. Like where? Ain't nobody gonna try to find them. No, the organs are already sold. All these Ali Ali Akbars came in via these braid shops. And they think it's cute. No, we don't do that to people country. We don't do that. We ain't going to Africa to do that. We don't go nowhere and do that. We don't go to the Caribbean and do that. None of that. Yeah, I'm not mad at Trump at all for putting a stop to this shit. Also, what people need to also realize is what's going on with these trade agreements and all. That's the link to ICE in case you guys need it. With these trade agreements that's going on, the shea butter train is also stopping. Africa's richest country hit with 30% tariff after trade talk failed. I appreciate it. See, it's a ripple effect. This shit happened today. It's a ripple effect. Our talking points got to the White House last week. Y'all think the White House ain't paying attention to this shit that's going on? Yeah, Ubuntu. This a ripple effect. Now y'all niggas got to keep that shea butter over there. It is what it is. It is what it is. And also the lady from the braid shop, the big braid shop, Nadine Braid, girl, you got a case next week. We will be watching. I don't know why you in court, but you got a hearing on Monday the 4th. Nadine, you done did something. This Nadine, the lady who thinks shit's funny and thinks shit's sweet, sitting there making up fake ass phone calls as if that's a Black American called her shop. And then the damn person's name was already saved in the phone. They're sitting there trying to make a mockery of Black Americans. Girl, you got what you done did, honey? What you done did, girl? Because you got to be at that courthouse at 8:45 a.m. in courtroom 162 on Monday. Why people think shit sweet and think shit funny, Think you're gonna mock us and mimic us and make fake little phone calls as if the Black Americans are looking just for a black braider? If a Black American wanted a black braider, they wouldn't call you at all. You think we stupid? You think we're slow? But no, you think shit's sweet. That ain't the last time you're gonna be having to show up at the courthouse, and you're not the only one. You just have a big platform. See, ICE will be at your location as well. I advise all you people up in Maryland and Virginia and that whole DMV area to make sure you consistently call ICE on that shop, because they are. It's kind of weird. Girl, you didn't come over here with $50 and make it out of the motherfucking mud. That's not how life goes. That's not how shit happens. I did notice in my research, though, that Shea Moisture, who's also owned by the Nigerian guy who owns Essence Festival, he is giving money out to specifically African braiding shops as well. He had a whole grant program for African braiding shops. You know? Wow. It looks like it's a huge trafficking ring going on. Huge. I never seen anybody sit here and cosplay Black Americans all while helping other folks. Y'all, that shit ain't finna fly over here. I'm sorry. Nadine, figure out what you gonna do on this court case, honey. We will be watching. We will be fucking watching. Also, as it relates to these people here and the new tribal citizenship, because we're gonna bring this back home, because I got something I want to show you. I bring to y'all attention. These people here need to be sued. You know, I don't advise everybody to just, you know, now that the Muskogee is offering citizenship, I don't advise everybody to just go over there and get Muskogee citizenship. I say you need to be strategic. I say you maybe should select someone in your family to go get that Muskogee citizenship. I'm particularly waiting for the Seminole because I'm going at the casinos. But I think you could do casinos with Muskogees too. I'm not totally sure. But I think you should be very strategic. Don't take the whole family over to these full fucking crackers to get no Muskogee nothing. Look at who's running Indian Affairs, for Christ's fucking sake. Could be a whole setup. And if you ask me, it was one of those, if we can't beat them, we'll let them join us type thing. Because they going back after the heirs property. And this is what I think. I think you should elect one person to go back and join these tribes, set up a company, get the real estate. Because you got set asides for real estate just by way of being in one of these tribes. Be very strategic. Be very strategic. Don't send the whole family over there. Just send one person over there. And that one person create a real estate company, and then y'all go pick and choose. Get every set aside in the book, bitch. Get every set aside in the book. Go ahead and set up those royalties. And for everybody else who got pushed out of these tribes because you know your people were in these tribes, lawsuits. Fuck them. Go for broke. I'm not joining none of these tribes. You will get sued though. I will be suing for back royalties. I'm waiting for the goddamn Seminole to jump. I'm waiting for them to say anything. I'm waiting for y'all. Oh, I'm suing, bitch. My family's still buried on Seminole property, bitch. Y'all took everything from our family. Choctaws did too. They sitting there running my family last name still to this fucking day. Y'all don't be slow about it. You got to sue these people. You have to. Send one in. Y'all get some lawsuits going and do it like that. Even if you can't afford an attorney, baby, figure out a way to chat GPT the damn lawsuit. Something. Figure out a way. Also, and I'm about getting it down in this chat in a minute. Who else? What else I needed y'all to see? This is what I need y'all to see too. Let's bring it back on. Okay. Now, y'all know I've been building a website. Well, technically, I've just been the design person, right? My developers, I got one full stack developer, which these motherfuckers are pricey. That's building the website to go along with this petition. Okay, so the petition has spiraled into a whole thing. We have a person that's drafting up legislation that goes with this petition. I have set up an email that I'm about to give y'all in a minute. And we're not just boycotting, like we're really getting shit in order. Like really in real time. And wherever you can find your hands to help out. Because this is no easy feat. This is nothing that 1 or 2 people can do. This is nothing that the men need to be scared of being a fucking leader. Whether you fucking want to be a leader or not, niggas is getting killed anyway. They are already Ali Akbaring people. So you can't sit back on no platform and say, nobody need to be a leader. That's really why I stopped following Tariq, because he kept saying he want to be a leader. I don't fucking understand. People be so quick to push women out in the front, let the matriarchs do matriarch shit. But then y'all want to sit back and not be no leader, but y'all want to sit here and have platforms talking all day, redoing the talking points that people are putting out. Nigga, nah, that look like free money to me. Then it looks like you just want free money. This is not no free money shit. These people really getting fucking death threats in real time. In real time. So now we don't need that goddamn news reporters. We don't need nobody with no nutsack, no dick to be news reporters. Let the women be news reporters. You may hear women say they don't want to be leaders. Let me do this. Let me show you something. Let me show y'all something. This is a joint resolution. Okay? SR 159. You can pull it up yourself just so you'll know that I'm not making this up. Authorizing the commission of the Bureau of Refugees, Freedmen, and Abandoned Lands to sell certain portions of public lands within the city limits of Pennsylvania. Is this the one I want to sit? This is the one I want to show y'all. Hold on. No, pause this one for a minute. Pause that. Because we're going to come back to that Pensacola one. This is what I want to show y'all. Oh, we are going to come back to Pensacola, motherfucking Florida. Put a pin in that. Bitch. Y'all think it's a fucking game. A bill. United States Senate. S-431. Okay? A bill to abolish Freedmen Bureau and provide for the Bureau of Education. Guys. A bill to abolish the Freedmen's Bureau and provide for the Bureau of Education. Be it enacted by the Senate and House of Representatives. Please share the live and please get people in here right now. Because anytime you're moving forward, you better look at these old documents and see what had happened so you can move forward with precision. Okay? Be it enacted by the Senate and House of Representatives of the United States of America and Congress assembled that the Bureau of Refugees, Freedmen, and Abandoned Lands be and is hereby abolished, and that the President, by the selection of an officer or officers and assistants, shall direct the conduct in the War Department. We don't have time for men to sit here and debate whether you want to be a fucking leader or not. Get your testosterone ass out here and lead something. Everything about us is under the War Department. And this is the Civil War. Wait until we get to the World Wars. It's gonna really fuck you up. You think women like me out here clicked out for no reason? No, I'm not on this bitch yelling for no reason. I didn't select this shit. I came out here and started reading y'all files. And I can't stop reading because all of y'all are into it too. Like, wait, what happened now? Let me keep reading. of so much of the duties of said bureau as it relates to the collection and the payment of bounties, arrears of pay, prize money, and other monies due to colored soldiers, sailors, and Marines and their heirs as hereto authorized by law to be made by the commissioner of said bureau, and that all hospitals and asylums with the funds and property belonging to the same colored shall remain under the direction of the War Department. Let's not play games. Let's not play semantics. Let's not play ring around the motherfucking roses. The only people that you should be on here saying that they don't want to be a leader are females. Those of us with these big ass, heavy ass titties that hurts once a month. Those of us who bleed once a month and can't stop it. We're the only ones that should be out here saying we don't want to be no motherfucking leader. Any of you that turn on your camera and get on this platform and you're a man, any of you who don't get on here and turn on your camera and you're a man, I just read you in that document. You're a leader by default. You either gonna sit around and wait to die, or you're gonna find your hand something to do. Don't let nobody ever tell you that our ancestors, they was just running around nomads with motherfucking bow and arrows. No, they were the Marines. I just read you in that document. They were the Marines. They were the sailors. They were the warriors. You couldn't beat these boys. That's not because they were just sitting around saying they want to lead. They was leaders by default. By default of being a man, they was a leader. You're that by default. And this ain't just for that one YouTuber that said, there's plenty of people I done heard say that. Plenty of men I done heard say that. You're a leader by default. This goes beyond your house. When you see shit happening in your community, you better move your ass to fix it. You don't sit around idly by. You don't get that luxury. That's why God gave you testosterone, to be strong. He made you strong for a reason. Not strong to hold up no fucking couch. Not strong to be a news reporter. Your strength is beyond that shit. You have the ability to compartmentalize shit so you won't be emotional like us. You don't have girls out in the forefront doing this shit for no reason while you sit back and watch and be ready to report the news when one of us fucking die. And I can read you old files like this where these men were the Marines. These white people out here that said, nothing against the white guys who are Marines. I respect Marines. They taught me what I know. My gun trainer was a Marine. He's a black guy. Tough guy. But somebody had to train him. But when you're talking about the Marines in particular, I'm from the home where the Marines at. I'm from Albany, fucking Georgia, for Christ's sakes. Some of the oldest Marines were the Seminoles in South Georgia. They hopped out the water with guns and slaughtered the British. And anybody who looked white. That's the oldest example of a Marine over here. That's the oldest example of a Marine over here. I don't want to hear shit about toughness. I don't want to hear shit about no grown-ass man saying they don't want to be a leader. You're that by default. I don't know who needed to tell you that. I don't know who need to hear this. You're a leader by default. You're a leader by default. You are to protect your land. You are to protect your shit. The reason why we're in this position because our shit went unprotected. And then when your shit go unprotected, that's when the women start scrambling and finding our hands to do shit that we're really not supposed to be doing. I would have loved for a man to put out the information about us owning this land. I would have loved for a man to put out that document, actually. I see a lot of people saying they're freemen. I don't see y'all pulling out these old fucking documents to really break this shit down. Where is the money? How did the money end up at the War Department? Did any motherfucking body ever go to the War Department, which is the Department of Defense, to get the money back? Did anybody? Everybody just scared? Anybody ever questioned the Department of Defense? Say, hey, y'all niggas got money. Seem like. What's all these old documents where it said our money was at the War Department and our land files is at the War Department? If you're my client, you know exactly what's going on. If you're my client, you know exactly what's going on. Especially the ones that I've already reached out to. Some of y'all ain't reached out to you yet. But this month is the month. The Army didn't have no motherfucking land. They didn't, guys. Every fucking war, they get a portfolio of land. Every war. We need men to work directly with the Department of Defense at this motherfucking point to figure out what's going on and figure out how we can be compensated and figure out how we can get some of this shit back. We're not put here to motherfucking struggle and die. Nobody told you that. We ain't marching up the motherfucking Zion. No, we gonna get this shit while we here on earth now. We're not waiting to get to heaven to live good. I don't even know who started that bullshit. There's one group of people that's supposed to wait till they get to heaven to live good. No, who the fuck even said that? Who the fuck said that? Who the fuck said that? We're supposed to wait to heaven till you live good. No, nigga. Not while y'all live good. I'm not finna watch it. Why you niggas ain't got to wait till you get to heaven to live? You're on my land. I don't want to watch you do shit better than me on my land. Damn sure don't want to watch you live better than me on my land. I don't want to watch you get jobs over my niece and nephews on my motherfucking land. I don't want to watch it. And if I had a kid, it'll be even worse. You're not finna get no job over my motherfucking kid. I'm gonna feed mine. I'm gonna make sure mine eat. That's what leaders do. You find your hand something to do. You make sure yours eat. And when you don't, you have people coming through the border cosplaying you. And letting their children eat. These little African kids fully cosplaying Black American kids. I was on TikTok earlier today and saw that little girl cosplaying her full, but I went and found the little girl fully African. She got a big afro puff, talking like a little Black American kid, everything. That's when you don't have no leaders. That's when you don't have no leaders in office doing nothing. You ain't even trying. You better motherfucking try. You better try something. This is not fun. This is not a game. I would rather not walk around strapped every day. But I know some of the shit that I've said online, some of the information that I brought forth online, that people sit here and fucking mirror as if they are the ones who's doing the research like a goddamn it news anchor. Sit here and mirror my content. I would rather not any of that be possible. I would rather you do the fucking research. You put it out. I'm the most girliest of girls you ever seen. But reading these old documents will change you into a fucking whole warrior. I ain't never been to the military. I know I ain't gonna let nobody fuck with me though. That's because I read this shit and I interpret it. No, we was fucked over bad. No, bad. I can show y'all a document. I'm telling you. We was fucked over bad, guys. Really bad. Really bad. Really bad. Really bad. The Civil War and a lot of these wars, the reason why you got to say shit like babies of slaves and all that is because the adults were strategically killed. The adults were strategically killed. Okay? The kids don't remember nothing about no land. They aren't supposed to. Kids don't supposed to remember nothing about no land. Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something real quick. I just really hate. I really just hate that we got to go this route. But what we do, we do. Let me see. Can I open it? There we go. Here is a file. Creek Nation. That's why I said these motherfuckers need to be sued. Everybody need to be sued. It's the Jones family. Unknown father dead. Town Broken Arrow. Unknown mother dead. Broken Arrow. Father and mother died before the Civil War. No information could be found concerning them. Wife and children on the New Creek card. When you go through file sets like that, and you really start looking at these file sets, it's a lot of children. It was a lot of children who mother and father was slaughtered. When these 50 states was created, it was whole tribes. See, when you let people tell you shit like, oh, they had breeding farms, that's why they was like, no. You didn't have to have no breeding farm. All you had to do was kill a lot of these adults off and leave the children. These children don't remember shit. A lot of them don't remember shit. Depends on how old the child is. Whether they remember my family had land here. Oh, we lived over there around the corner. That was strategy. That's why all this shit is up under the War Department. It ain't for play. We got a real fucking issue here. We have a real issue here. A real issue. And it got to be fixed. And if it's not going to be fixed, then stop having children. If it's not going to be fixed, if you're not going to fix these, stop bringing children in this fucking world. If you're not going to fix these issues. Because what you going to bring them in to do? Follow your same pattern and not fix nothing? You're going to leave it to them to try to fix and figure out? When you can try to do something yourself right now? So guys, here's what I have so far. I have not launched this website yet, guys. I'm still a few days off. It is a huge website. Okay? But I want to give you all some updates on where we are. Okay? I have a full stack developer actually working right now on the website. This is where we are. This is where we are right now. Wait, whoa. Hold on. Wait, what did I just do? Can y'all see my screen? Wait, whoa. What did I just do? Can y'all see my screen? Can y'all see my screen? Yes or no in the chat so I can explain what's going on. Okay, so here's what's going on, guys. I'm launching this huge website via press release once the developers are finished. And y'all know how these fucking developers work. They charging you about an hour and then they like to drag shit out. You know, however, this is a project that came from the just having the petition, and we just need a place where we can center all of ourselves, right? So the website is not done, but when I release it, it's gonna be it's not gonna be long, probably maybe a few more days. We got to get the records portion right. And it's a lot. I'm gonna show you how much of a lot it is. The website is not launched, so even if you go to the domain name, which just don't do it yet. I'm just showing y'all this so that I can get y'all the email so that you can start adding to these departments. Okay. The policies that we're gonna that are being drawn up now will be up under this tab, and I'll come back and re-explain this once this website is launched soon. Policies will be under this tag, so we'll have a centralized area to see exactly what's going on. Okay, the departments will be as listed. Now, if somebody else have some more ideas for departments, then please, by all means. Okay. Business, of course, will house Black American business, Black American owned business. You know, those of us who in business, those of you who want to be in business, we're gonna make sure we get every grant opportunity that we can find. Every freaking even if you want to go government contract, and we have people who know how to do government contract. My sister is a grant writer. One of my sisters is a grant writer, so she can give you information on how to write grants. That's what she do here in Atlanta. STEM, of course, those of you in science, tech, mathematics, you know, we just want a place to centralize things. Okay. Legal, of course, if you are an attorney, if you are a paralegal, and if you want to help be a part of this, I'm about to put the email out so that you can email us. Okay. History, that's me. Okay. Anybody who want to work with me on this history side, I'm going to show you what's going on. I'm about to show you what's going on. Outreach. If anybody want to do outreach, this is a section for the veterans, for the women and children, or for anybody who need help. And that's just that. This was just my idea. This idea is open to be fleshed out from the chat, because a lot of us are just people online who just met, who know that something is wrong and want to fix something. Okay. That's where a lot of us are with it. Just putting our hands to do stuff to try to make it as right as possible, or to just try to leave some kind of foundation that our children can piggyback on, something that'll last forever. If policies last forever. As you can see, I just pulled one from the 1800s. Policies last forever. Once you get a policy written, you go, and this just from what I'm researching, you get sponsors. Somebody asked me in the chat, did I know Miss Williams, the girl who's writing the heirs property stuff up here in Georgia. She has been in the chat multiple times. She's one of my sister's friends. So I haven't read the latest thing that she did as it relates to heirs property. But you know, anybody who think they'll be good in the political realm, you need to go ahead and start trying to run now. Because what we're going to do here We're going to make sure we have a nice, healthy database of people to push you through no matter what state you're in. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make sure. We're going to hold a line. It didn't say U.S. lineage, but it's just line. It's definitely line age. We're going to make sure we hold the line for our people. Somebody got to do it. For the people who on the history side of things, this policy, this history tab, it'll be a lot of the old documents that I have pulled that I just kind of want y'all to be able to just pick and see real quick. This records tab is something totally different. The records tab is very, very much different. Okay? Very different. It's a lot, guys. When I say it's a lot, believe you me, it is a lot. It's a lot for me to put together. This is my system, my personal system. Well, it's became my personal system from when I was supposed to open a facility. Okay. A lot of you remember I was trying to open up the art records facility, and I was able to get the files that I needed. The files that I have are the exact same files if you go underground. Okay, it pulls from everybody's records. You literally have to go and sit in a facility to pull the records that I sit at home and pull. It is a lot though, guys. I just did an example here. I typed in Georgia. Right? Just Georgia is 830,000 files. Okay? 435,000 files. 830,000 files, guys, just typing in Georgia. So you got to be able to, researchers sit in one spot all day and research, guys. This is why it's taken a long time for this portion of the site to be done. I initially was not going to put this portion on the site. However, it is U.S. lineage. So I want people to be able to search on the site when they go on there. Now, this is, like I said, a site that'll be launched via press release probably next week, because the shit's supposed to be ready today. And I ain't even gonna hold you. She was supposed to be ready today, but y'all know how full stack developers work. They draw out shit, long drawn out, and I'm not complaining about nobody who's working with me. I pay these people. You know, I pay them with the deadline, and then they extend the deadline so they get more money out of me. That's how I go. That's how it works. That's how I work in the tech field. They just try to get more money out of me. That's it. However, it is billions of files that I have in my possession. Okay. Now, I initially was going to keep my files separate from the site, but like I said, I have not looked through billions of files. My eyes has not looked through billions of files. When I do work for my clients, I sit in one spot all day to find what my clients need. The average person does not have the fuck time to do that. The average person does not have time to do that, and I understand. That's another reason why I want to make sure I get all my clients stuff that they need. I probably will be opening up, starting consultations back, and because people keep asking me that. When I do consultations, I actually do live genealogy and land search during the consultation. That's just how fast I can move these files. So I want to make sure we have the tools to write the policies. I want to make sure we have the old documents in order to correctly create the new policies that we need. I want to be able to make sure the men are equipped. I want to be able to make sure our veterans never got a fair shake. No matter how you slice the cake, the veterans never got a fucking fair shake. Never. We never got a fair shake. And you need veterans. You need every... Let me ask the veterans a question. was the black man on SEAL Team 2? Who was the black man that was a part of SEAL Team 2? Who was the black man that was a part of the SEAL team? One of the first black men that was a part of the SEAL team. Anybody know? Anybody know? Anybody know? See, when you're talking about lineage, you'll get more respect if you start pointing this stuff out. Our family members have fought in all these wars now. It ain't no way you coming over here and let an African jump over us and do nothing. Africans were not Marines in America during the Civil War. They didn't know this landmass. It's the same way. You can go look at Korean War videos now. Go look at the Korean Defense Department. Go look at the Korean Intelligence Department. They're putting videos on YouTube, guys. Everybody is. They're trying to get the landscape of America. They don't understand the landscape of America. That's why the Koreans have not attacked America, because they do not understand the terrain. They don't understand the rivers. And this before the rivers were dammed. This is before. They don't understand the different terrains in America. And this coming from Korea. Koreans said the only reason they have not attacked America on their military videos that's on YouTube now is because they don't understand the terrain. They sent one high-ranking Korean military guy over here to America, and he thought he was just about to rent a car and travel America. He was sadly mistaken. And he had to come back and make a video and said, man, I thought I was going to rent a car and travel all through America, but one of the states is damn near bigger than the whole of Korea. He said it's mountains, it's cold, it's hot. It's a terrain that is unlike anything else in the world. So when you talk about military, don't let nobody lie to you and tell you that, oh, it was all these foreign people who was over here kicking ass. They did not know the river system. This was before Instagram and Facebook. This was before MapQuest. This was before Google. They didn't know these river systems over here to be no motherfucking Marines. No. When the 50 states were created and all the tribes was gone and it wasn't but 5 left, everything these black men were doing got wrapped up in a bow and handed to the War Department. So their history got mixed in with the current military history and white fucking washed. You can't tell me shit different. Because I'm reading the files. You can't tell me shit different when the files are still here. I got old memory in my DNA. Don't tell me shit different. The 250-year anniversary. 2 groups of people had a 250-year anniversary. The Negro Masons had a 250-year anniversary. And the military. How was that? In fact, the nigger Masons, the Prince Hall ones, didn't they just celebrate a 250-year anniversary? Now, anybody want to answer, how did the Prince Hall Black, Negro, colored, darky Masons celebrate a 250-year anniversary, and then like a month later, our military celebrated a 250-year anniversary? And this just happened earlier this year. Now, this is not by coincidence. It's because it was people already over here. These ain't the spooky Masons that they have today. These are men who were building. There's no way niggas will stand in huts and you had actual Masons here. That's when masonry was an actual thing. That's when buildings were being actually built. Just like Benjamin Banneker. But see, they took the carpenter word off the board. They took the masonry word off the board from what it was. And they gave it a little spookism so that you won't be able to differentiate what the Negro, colored, darky, black men were over here really doing. So that you won't be able to find the buildings that they built. So you won't be able to know the science behind building buildings to get free energy. You won't be able to know that science because we're going to hide it. And because these Masons knew the landmass so well, because they know science, they know the landmass very well, they can protect the bitch by default. So that's why when you go even into the 1900s, during the Tulsa massacre, you see black men who are Masons took arms. Why? Because their dad and them took arms. Because their granddad and them took arms. They had to fight. They know the landmass better than anybody. They know the energy centers. They know the rivers. They know the lakes. They know the terrain. They know everything. But you hide all of that. You hide everything. And you say them people was just in feathers with a bow and arrow. No. What are the buildings that they built? The cities that you strategically flooded? Why'd you do that? What'd you do that for? How were you able to generate electricity on that pile of water that you put over that city? How are you able to generate? Who taught you that? Why did nobody question why the Masons just had it? And if I'm wrong and you're a Mason in here, please correct me. But if my memory serves me correctly, the Masons just celebrated a 250-year anniversary. Am I wrong? How they got one of the oldest anniversaries over here in this bitch, and then y'all try to make it seem like them people came from Africa? Them people didn't come from no fucking Africa. The Marines did not come from Africa. You had Indian schools on the water. Guys, men, listen to me. You had Indian seamen schools on the water. That's why can nobody get in this bitch. And if you were getting in, you were coming as a merchant and you better sell something. You better have your ass back to this port. When they wanted you out of here, you were gone. When it was time for you to leave, you were gone, baby. These men was going to find you. It was a well-oiled machine over here that they like to bury and say some shit about 1619. 20 niggas didn't come over here in 1619 and build a massive ass military. They didn't come over here in 1619 and became the Marines. They didn't. These people were already here. This place was already here. We were already here. That's why I can trace my bloodline way back. I can trace my bloodline so far back, I have to just go in my DNA and be like, I know I ain't just see what I just saw. I know I ain't just see what I just saw. I just showed you guys 830,000 files just for Georgia alone. Nobody has these amount of files. I'm telling you, no other group of people were as documented as we were. Because people have been trying to figure us out since they got over here. And niggas get to wrap their bodies around these American flags and say what's theirs and what's not ours. You can't show me where your family was over here along the mountain. Your fuck was anything that's created over here in my motherfucking house is mine. I want to hear shit about no Betsy Ross. Where she got it from? She could have been a whole nigga as far as we know. Ross is a good Negro name. I don't want to hear no shit about, oh, you got those names from the slave masters. Please don't tell me nothing about that. Show me that in a document. You can't. I've seen so many documents. I've read documents till my eyes be about to bleed. I ain't seen it yet. Closest thing I've seen, I pointed out in Who Sold the Cookies with the Quartermaster's Manual. That's why I was asking for a Quartermaster's Manual. I was trying to buy one, but it was so expensive. I said, well, maybe one of the military guys in the chat got a Quartermaster's Manual. Then I realized that shit, even the black men who are in the military don't have a Quartermaster's Manual. That means that shit got something to hide. The book about that thick. And even my military guys don't have access to the original Quartermaster's Manual. Well, they were sitting here looking at all you nigga properties. That's how I end up under the War Department. One of the ways I end up on the War Department, they put the quartermasters on your land to tell you how much to farm, to tell you how much you owe. And if you did not do that, then this quartermaster now has your land. master. This master. If you don't believe me, I will come and do a whole show about the world wars with my clients on here who I've already helped, who we was able to find land that was taken during the world wars. The world wars. The quartermaster had started an entire real estate department. That's how much land they was able to seize from niggas. At the same time, please hear me good. Please share the live. At the same time, Black people lost millions of acres of land. Parallel to that, quartermasters, the Army quartermasters, got a massive real estate portfolio. And we finna sit here and let men say they don't want to be leaders. You just want super chats? Y'all didn't even bring original content to the forefront. Y'all bring recycled content to the forefront. I would like to see a man do the research. I just gave you what topic to research. All you got to do is research it. The same era where they tried to play in Black people's face and was like, oh, y'all was just sharecroppers. Never added it to the heirs property story. Never added why they were sharecroppers. You was a sharecropper because it was shared heirs property. And everybody in your family owned a share of that property. And you all was supposed to farm it. The part that they messed around and left out the story was the Army put a person on your land, a quartermaster, to manage your farmland, to tell you how many crops to pay, to give in order to pay your taxes on your heirs property. When you were not able to farm that amount of land, to get whatever erroneous amount of money that they wanted for you in kind, that land was seized. The military, the Army, got an extensive ass portfolio after that. Extensive. Now, if it wasn't seized that way, and you still on that land and they wanted it, who was the president during that era? You don't know if this nigga's a full Nazi or not. They still wanted it and they took it. Eminent domain. They took it. They ran the KKK. That's why the KKK got that plaque at West Point. The Army allegedly ran those KKKs, created those sundown towns, ran you off of that land and called it abandoned. And that's how they was able to take heirs property, because it was abandoned land. And they did that shit every war. They did it during the Civil War. That's why it's called abandoned fucking lands. You never abandon these lands. Why the fuck would we abandon our family property? Why the fuck would we? This was 1868. They ran the same play on you during the World Wars that they ran on you during the Civil Wars and said you abandoned the land. Why the fuck would we abandon some land? Why would we do that? We didn't abandon shit. You took it. And that's why we have these files saying, oh, sorry, the father's dead and the mother's dead from the Civil War. I guess they abandoned the land because they died. This is an entire file set, guys. When I can't find family members, when I get into the 1800s and I can't find family members, I automatically go to death route. I try to find all the death fucking files. I got files from the Devil's Punch Bowl. I got files from the area around the Devil's Punch Bowl. I go through all these areas. A lot of this shit is hidden in the Indian files. A lot of it is. A lot of it is hidden in the War Department. A lot of it is. That's why when I first came online, when y'all was introduced to me, I told y'all about Fold 3 off top. Off top, I told y'all about Fold 3. You think Fold 3 is the culture department? No. Fold 3 is the War Department. We don't want to be at war. You at war by default. You at war by default. And goddamn it, if y'all gonna keep us at war, you're gonna have to break us off some money or something. Niggas ain't here for fun. We're not here for fucking fun. We're not here for fun. I'm sorry. Somebody gonna have to break us off some money. Something. Because you got it. Because you've been on our land for a long time. You've been on our land for a long time, getting a whole lot of money for a long time. Getting all kind of royalties that you was supposed to pay out to the family, pretend like family abandoned the lands, and you just get free fucking royalties. You get the mine on the land for fucking free. You get the mine, go, oh, wait till y'all see the copper mines that was on Negro property. Wait till y'all see the copper mines. It's going to piss you off. It's going to piss you off. It's piss you off. It's going to piss you off. You just get the mine for free, sell copper. Everybody got copper all willy-nilly today. You got it from America. Every piece of copper that's sold around the world came from America. I mean, damn. Especially up to a certain point. Every piece of copper. That means the whole electricity grid is running off niggas. We are the energy department. Then it ain't got nail royalty from nothing. All of the oil. Ain't got nail piece of money. Nothing. We just supposed to be like, all right, yeah, y'all can take it. My children need food. You gave me 200 in food stamps, and that's supposed to pacify me. That's supposed to help me feed 2 kids. And then y'all like to put these nasty fucking rumors on people talking about the fathers ain't in the household. The fathers ain't in the household. No, we all here together looking at y'all ass. No, we all here together. Just trying to see whether y'all's gonna do the right thing. And since you're not gonna do the right thing, piece by piece, you will get boycotted. Piece by piece, you will get called out. Piece by piece, new legislation will be introduced. Piece by piece. That's how you lead. Piece by piece, real Americans will get pushed into office. I don't know what the fuck the Democrats are gonna do. And how the Republicans is acting, I don't know what the fuck the Republicans are going to do next election. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what these people are going to do. I know we're going to be organized, though. We're going to be organized. You can't keep pissing on us and tell us, oh, that's the first May rain. Bitch, that's piss. I know what piss smell like. That's not the first May rain. That's piss. I hope y'all feel me. I hope I wasn't too anyway, fuck. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like people to just keep playing in our face. Ain't no way. We're the smartest, we're the strongest, we're the coolest. We are the most vibrant. We're the prettiest. We're the most handsome. We're all of that. And people still play in our face. Y'all know how many celebrities have came in contact with my content? That means this people out here feel just like I feel. I showed you one that bought a whole lot of books from me. Right after they cloned Tyrone. Wasn't long after they cloned Tyrone. I saw that big ass order. I was like, whoa. We ain't the only ones that feel this way. Regular people, celebrities, it's a lot of us that feel this way. It ain't no way we can be over here and keep faking this shit without saying something. But celebrities, they get killed quicker because they under contract with these white people. We ain't under no motherfucking contract. Even when I did MSNBC, I went on there. I could keep y'all money. I don't need that shit. I'm not signing shit, bitch. I'm up here by default for 2 days. Just giving y'all free motherfucking money. I don't need to sign no contract. Y'all need to keep your money. I just need my word to get out. Y'all asked for my opinion. I didn't call y'all. Y'all called for me. Y'all ain't signing shit. I probably was the only one. I don't think Short signed nothing either. I don't know who signed what. I know I ain't signing shit. I don't sign nothing with nobody. Cause you never was to say, oh, the fine print was that you spoke out on this issue. We drown you and say you got caught in a rip current. Fuck that. I don't sign nothing. I didn't even sign off on these goddamn file sets I got. I don't sign shit. You can see my ID. I'm not signing no signature on nothing. Ma'am, sir. Yeah. Like I said, maybe they can't speak out. They get killed real quick. They done signed too much shit. They done signed their life away for the illusion of having money. I ain't into none of that. I don't need no illusion. I need tangibles. I need real shit. I need shit I can feel and touch. I need stuff I can feel. I just saw a super chat. Thank you so much for whoever that was that sent that. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the super chat, Chief Basketball. I appreciate your continued support. You really have supported me a lot. And people don't even know. You just a person offline. People may think I know you in real life. I do not know these people in real life, guys. I appreciate the support. I really do. Cause boy, had y'all not been sending me these super chats, this website, this bitch is, I'm telling you, Google how much a full stack developer costs per hour. It wasn't on my bingo card to fund this stuff, guys. It just wasn't. I just see a need for stuff and just, and just try to put my hands to it. But I do appreciate you guys who send super chats as well. And who support the channel. I do appreciate that because the stuff that we need, it costs. Thank you so much, Mrs. Bridget. I appreciate you. Say here. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Valerie. Keep going and keep your foot on their necks. Absolutely, Miss Valerie. Foot to neck. Okay? Foot to neck. Thank you so much for the super chat. Ancient War. Ancient War. Black Americans are not African. I concur. Thank you, Gremlin Sentiment. Are you the sentiment lady on TikTok? I follow a lady named Sentiment. It may just be a coincidence. I appreciate the super sticker. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you, Mr. Richard Wembley. I think I know the Wembley family here in Georgia. I wonder are you from that sector of Wembley's. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I appreciate the super chat. I appreciate it. Guys, let's see, somebody in the chat said, what would happen if it's proven that an idea was stolen and it's proof of an idea? And do these companies still keep records of that particular idea, even though it's over 20 years old? Over 20 years old. If you can prove it, then yeah, you can win a lawsuit. But under 20 years old, I think around 2015, the laws changed to first to file. So whether it's your ideal or not, and that's why the shit is so dangerous, right? That's why this surveillance state, this Patriot Act shit is so fucking dangerous right now. Cause it's like ideas can be zapped right out of your head some kind of damn way. And it's first to file. First to file wins the lawsuit versus first to create, first to invent. So you can be an inventor, right? And you can have some ideal and you just talking about it. You inside the privacy of your own home. You don't know. They have already peeped that you are an inventor. So they're looking for ideas because they don't have independent thoughts. And it's just stuff that we kind of look over. These independent thoughts that we have. They could be listening to you through these devices. And it is first to patent who gets the credit for the invention. Your invention, you wrote it in the phone. Your idea fully through and through. Somebody is listening to patent that fucking idea for sure. That's why I don't even use my phone for shit. I literally write shit down. I don't use my phone for shit. For ideas, I don't use my phone for ideas. I use my phone for other stuff that could be read. I only use my notes in my phone for shit that can be read if it's hacked. Shit that can't be read. You got to write that down. It's at a point where you can't even say shit out loud in front of your phones because you don't know who listening to you. You don't know who already done peeped that you was a creator. You don't know who already peeped that you're an inventor. And that's another reason why the Department of Defense and America in general should protect black people, because if you know we're the ones who always coming up with shit, you know we're the ones who are the inventors of the world, you will have a military force for us alone, because we stand to make this place a lot of fucking money. We stand as creators, as inventors, to keep America on top of the pile. Ain't no Chinese can invent shit faster than us. But if the Chinese are on our phones, if the Chinese done put all these listening devices in our homes, and in these little trinkets that we have, then they would be inventors, because they sit there listening to us all day. They sitting there listening. Yeah, the Chinese don't have 100 years of inventions. Black Americans have over 100 years of worth of inventions. Well over. Well over. We have the first irrigation system here in America. You think that was invented by some damn Siberians? No, the Siberians didn't invent that. They know who invented it. The same men who could put their hands in the dirt and farm anything today. My dad grows shit through red clay. White people don't even know how to grow through red clay. They'll look over red clay like that's nothing. They just be clueless. They just be fucking clueless. And that's another thing that's another reason how you know people be old to the land versus new booty niggas. You will sit here and just pass over us for all this USDA stuff. You should be trying to find a Black American to give some farmland to, begging us. We should be incentivized just to show you all how to farm. You don't have to use dead bodies and crunch up dead bodies to use dead bodies as fertilizer. You don't have to do that if you know how to motherfucking farm. And if you don't know how to farm, get your ass back over to Europe, because you're wasting time and you're wasting space over here in our good, clean America. You're wasting time. You're wasting space. Why you have farmland and you don't know how to farm? You just know how to ride a fucking tractor. What happens when your tractor tear down? Then what? That's why the potatoes ain't been hitting. The greens ain't been hitting. These niggas don't know how to farm. You got to put all this shit on the fruits and veggies to make it look like something, because you don't know how to farm. It was never supposed to be over here farming. You were supposed to be over there in Europe. Anyway. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. For those of you who supported the petition, I really appreciate this. I wish. One thing about it, this freaking petition, I don't know what they did with the money. I don't know what change.org do with the money that people donate. That's why I start telling people, just don't even donate, just share the petition. I don't know what they do with the money, but it was probably about $2,000 in that bat for people donating to the petition. It was probably about $2,000 or more. I wish y'all needed that money for their website. Wish y'all needed that money for this website. I don't know what the fuck changed. They might as well take that shit off where you donate, because they don't. What do they do with the money? They don't push the petition out. They don't do none of that. They don't reach out to the people who you put there. They haven't reached out to nobody. The money just there, $2,000, and see how quick they made $2,000 off us. Because I even put money back there when I first started the petition, thinking that's what you're supposed to do so that they can share the shit. They'll never share it. They never share it. They never share it. So while we were sitting there on change.org, it's okay. It's okay. The website will be built. It'll be finished next. Oh shit! I know I was supposed to show y'all the contact. I know I was supposed to do something. My bad. Did I show y'all the contact? Okay. So if you want to work with us on this, here's the email, guys. Here's the email. Here's the email. Contact uslineage.com. If you want to do anything in these areas, just send this email. It's two of us that's looking that got access to this email right now. And also, it's some people who's been online sharing the petition and sharing, spreading the word. If you guys want to work with us on this, like, I can create you an email. Like, although the site is not up, it says coming soon. We can still see everything. Like, we still got access to emails. So if you want to work with us, I can actually create you a email address. I can actually create your email address. So I know there's a few girls that really, really did a lot of work. And if y'all want to eat, so for instance, when we contacted ICE and all this stuff, I had to stop using my company email because filing complaints on people and all that. I had to stop using my company email. I'm switching to using these emails starting next week. So people will know this is a concerted effort. It ain't got nothing to do with Hello Plants. It's beyond Hello Plants. This is not Hello Plants. This is we on your ass. This is we need to change. And although Hello Plants was started using my ancestors' ingredients, it was very much an indigenous company. It's just my ancestors' company that I literally, my ancestors had this company in the 1800s. I literally just redid the company using some of the ingredients that they already had that I could find. So although this is the ancestral thing with Hello Plants, we beyond this. We need money. We need land. We need to be able to protect our women and kids. We need to be able to protect our vets. We need to be able to protect our truck drivers. We need to be able to protect our men that's on the water. We need to be able to protect everybody. And you need funds in order to do that. People shouldn't have to go without on the land that their ancestors are from. And that's just what it is. Our students need stuff. Our students need scholarships at these HBCUs. We got to get organized. That's all it is. We was just out organizing. We're going to take this time to organize. So wherever you can put your hands to, please help. Please assist us. It'd be greatly appreciated. Okay? If you have been working online with us with all this and you need a professional email, you want to work with the lineage, okay? Let me know. I did come up with the name. I want to vote. I want to see what y'all think about this before I get off here. I did come up with the name. I don't know. I think I'm gonna get y'all opinion on this. I came up with a name for it, but I just don't know. I need y'all consensus on this. Let me see. Where did the name go? Wait, where's my graphic? Cause if I need to turn this into an organization, I will. I don't have no problem with leading no shit. This is the name I came up with. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta show y'all. Can y'all see it? What y'all think? What y'all think? Yes, no? This is not an official name, but if y'all like this, I will make it an official name and put it on letterheads. What y'all think? American Lineage Bureau. What y'all think? Yes, no? Yes, no? Is my chat on a delay? What y'all think? American Lineage Bureau. Y'all like it? Y'all must not like it. I don't see. Y'all like it? Yeah, people say yes. Okay, I didn't have my chest came up. Okay, people are saying yeah. Okay. So I'll go with that. Okay. So I'll make it I'll make a letterhead. Marcus gave me some really good stuff. When we were sending out emails, we didn't have no letterhead or nothing. We were just sending out emails from our email address, but now we can get more organized. Yeah, ALB. I didn't even realize that's ALB. Golly. Dang, I didn't even realize it was ALB. That's what started all this for me when that shit happened to my hometown. Albany is ALB. That's wild. The ALB, that's wild. I didn't even realize I had it. Oh man. Boy, if it wasn't for what happened in Albany during COVID, y'all would have never been introduced to me. Trust me. Maybe at a show singing classical music or orchestra in a war show or something, y'all probably would have never been introduced to this version of me. Ever. Wowzers. I didn't even realize that was ALB. Must was God. Muster was God, child. That's all I could think of. Yep, American Lineage Bureau. So, now if you have an organization, look, you need more than one organization on people's ass, okay? You just need to be able to work in conjunction, in tandem, okay? So if there's another organization, I see it's a Freedman organization now. They sending out stuff. I actually saw it on this girl named Voodoo page on YouTube. She signed a petition and that took me to her page and I subscribed to her YouTube channel, Voodoo Doll from Louisiana. I subscribed to her channel. And I saw she was talking about one day a Freedman, somebody had did something. I was like, that's dope. Good. So it ain't just a lot of people just putting their hands and trying to figure this stuff out, which is great. It's great. You know, I have a lot of files on Freedman. If they want to take up the mantle of Freedman, I know at one time the Hoteps tried to get the Freedman and run with it. Okay. But free man and free men is starkly different. If they need any help as it relates to free men, I don't know whether they trying to redo the Freeman Bureau of Old. But if they need any help, I do have a lot of those files under the War Department. And when I open this system up, guys, when this website launched, like I said, it was supposed to launch today. My deadline was today. They got the full stack developer he's just, like I said, they just be trying to stretch your money. They just be trying to stretch your money. That's it. That's all that shit be. That's all that shit be. They be trying to stretch your money. But so I'm a put a hard date, but that's not a date that I made public anyway. So I'll set a date, and then it'll go out via press release. But you all have already, y'all kind of already know what's going on. And then we'll just go from there. We'll go from there. But if you got an organization and you would like to partner, if you got a business and you would like to partner, go ahead and reach out to that email. Don't reach out to me on Hello Plants, because I just need that my email, my personal email for my clients right now, and it's already got crowded with a whole lot of stuff that's concerning Essence and this. So I have to separate these two entities, you know. But anyway, yes, please reach out. Please reach out. So yeah, they like it. Freeman League, that's them, the Freeman League. Yes, they did a Freedom of Information request for those records, and the request was approved. Okay, good. Which records? I have those records as well. If they sometimes when you do freedom of information at request, they redact a lot of shit. So our file system is unredacted because again, we were supposed to open a facility. You know, we were supposed to open a facility right across from the National Archives here in Atlanta. And we, you know, Akon and them actually didn't buy shit. Akon and them got 1.5 million from the city of Morrow. Mind you, we weren't getting no money from the city of Morrow. We was just trying to buy the building. Akon and them got 1.5 million from the city of Morrow and said they was gonna build this hellified city over there, and they ain't built shit yet. I know the last time I rode down there, they hadn't built nothing. Last time I rode down there, they hadn't put a goddamn brick or nothing. They hadn't even swept the parking lot. Just sat there and lied. Just sat there and lied, y'all. Just check your email. Okay, Ashley, I hope you're doing okay, guys. I hope you're doing okay, Ashley. I sure been praying for you. Girl, you know we got hammered, but you have been in my thoughts and prayers. Let me see. Send link to my Yahoo, please. Send which link? Yes, I'm good on the Freeman title. Most of them ain't right. Ooh. So who's running the Freeman organization? Who's running the Freeman organization? Anybody know the person who's running it? Like, are they on YouTube? Now, what? Only thing I don't like is the people who run shit and don't show their face. You ain't even got. Look, you know, Janice is my real name. You know what? The Queen is made up. Although one of my great grandma name is Queen. Let's be clear. So it ain't. Even the Janice Jean. The Jean is my mother's middle name, and everybody got a goddamn Betty Jean in their family. So we won't do that. That's just my company. That was one of my companies. My entertainment company was under the Janice Jean, so that when you do entertainment contracts, you're not writing your name on the dotted line and then they own your name. That's what that was about. But anyway, that's not my last name at all. At the fuck all. That's a hood middle name. Like I actually explained that one time in here. That is a hood middle name. Everybody got a Betty Jean in their family. Bertha Jean. Everybody got them Jeans in their family. As a middle name, not a last name. Not Jean Francois, Jean Pierre. That's different. That's Haitian. Arthur. I'm gonna look him up. Who is Antonia Edwards? He's an attorney, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so he should have a. Is he at the? Let me see. Arthur. Let me see what's his last name. Well, Watkins is a good American name, so if he's not cosplaying, then I'm with it. Anthony Watkins. Arthur Watkins, President, Inventor Field Station. No, that's probably not the same person. Let me see. Is it the same person? Field Station? Dad, husband, entrepreneur, kiosk. Arthur Watson, founder, inventor, Spring Hill, Tennessee. Let's see. This got to be him. Cause look, Freeman, American Freedman Legal Fund. All right. Yeah, like I said, I remember my last YouTube page. The damn Freedmen had been taken over by the former Hoteps when they went to scrambling. When they saw the end of the Pan-African movement, then they went to switching to FBA, and then they branched out and started doing Freedmen, and then they started running in parallel. I'm just trying to see whether this is the same group of people. or whether these are real Americans. That's what I'm trying to say. Thank you so much. My family is really going. Oh man, we have two. Ooh. Oh, yikes, Ashley. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, sweetie. I'm so sorry for that. Y'all, please pray for our chat sweetheart here, Ashley. Please keep her in your prayers for strength. You know, God will help you through this. God will help you through this. It's so crazy when people die, you know, it's like back to back. It's like they be sitting there trying to, maybe they're building an army over there. Maybe they could be building an army to protect you young ones, actually. I don't know. I don't want to justify it, but you are in my prayers. You are in my prayers. You are in my prayers. Yep, Dorothy Jean. All the genes, baby. All the genes. We created genes. The Negro Americans created genes so that when we work out in the fields, the snakes won't bite us. Let's tell the truth about it. Let's tell the truth about it if we're gonna go all the way. Let's tell the truth about it. Akon is African. Yeah, he's a liar. Him and his crew stopped me from getting that building. And they had the whole, and it Akon name wasn't on it directly, but the people who they had running it, I was able to trace it back to Akon. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Oh, I was so mad. Oh, child. I was pissed off about that, y'all. My mom, Bobby Jean, exactly. See, y'all get it. That's where the Jean on my company name came from. Janice Jean, that's where it came from. It's a middle name. It's my mom's middle name. Let me see. Okay, so we found the right guy. I don't know if y'all think he's straight. If y'all think I don't mind working with people. Like, I just want them to be American at this point. I don't want no hoteps in the way, y'all. Because y'all know every time you try to start something like really good and get really good and organized, like these hoteps, boy, they finna rule us to motherfucking sleep. Not me. That shit don't work on me. But they'll be ruling our damn people to sleep. This is rule. Nigga, what? This is rule Moorish Empire. What the stop! It ain't no room for that. They gonna be trying to freaking I'm telling you, if they can't move you to Africa, they gonna find somewhere to move y'all. I'm telling you, you just watch for the hook. If they can't move y'all to Africa no more, they gonna cut out a place in this motherfucking world to move y'all to. You can just bet your bottom dollar. You can just bet your bottom dollar, baby. Queen, did you see CIA with African girls? You know, I did a show on CIA the other day. Which articles of peace? Cinnamon. There's multiple articles of peace. Which one? Which one you want me to speak on? Oh, there's multiple peace agreements. How do we get those immigrants out of HBCUs? Well, that's a good question. I think with us like getting our name unhyphenated, I think a lot of stuff is going to come down by default of that. I really do. Because what are they going to check? Which box are they going to check to get in school? Like, so I don't know, guys. I haven't figured everything out. That's why we got to work together. Okay. We're a group of people on the internet. Of course, we got our families involved. My family involved and shit. My mama, I had to stop my mama from calling the White House. I said, Mama, this lady was finna call the White House. I said, Mama, that ain't how this works, baby. You don't call the White House to complain. She just be trying to, I'm telling you, boy. I'm telling you. That lady was finna call the White House, y'all. I had to stop her. I said, Mama, that's not how it works. I'm going to get this message to the White House another kind of way. I'm going to go through a YouTuber in order to do it. That lady was finna call, baby. She wouldn't give a damn who. She done already pulled the number up. done text me and talking about, is this the right number, right? Ma'am, get over there and sit down somewhere, lady. Like, girl, no. When I say get a message to the White House, I don't mean call them. No, they gonna have your phone track and trace. They gonna put a whole lock on your phone. You probably gonna be tracking you all around this bitch for the next year. No. You go through the loud mouths on social media and get it done. You get to the White House on Twitter quick. Child, please. Girl, you don't sit down somewhere. The child, I don't know. Like, our families, if your family want to be involved, let them be involved. But just give them something nice and easy to do, baby. Just type this little head up for me. Baby, type this little head up for me. Baby, I don't really need you to do nothing, baby. Just pray. It's just your prayers will do. Prayers will do, because I be out here doing a whole lot of warring. And baby, just pray. That's it. You can pray. Pray for us all. Pray for us all as we try to get all this stuff right. Pray for us all. If the elders, if y'all need something to do, y'all need y'all hands to do something, just pray. Okay? Pray. Because that's big. Prayer is big. If you got prayers coming from the elders and you see the younger generation 50 and under, even 60 and under, because shit, you see how them people was on that Alabama Broad. Them people was in their 60s. Them people were early 60s beating ass. So you can't even call 60. You know, my mom is in her early 60s. That's why they be trying to do stuff. Like, you can't even really call 60s elders no more, because they just be doing the most. Y'all, everybody, all the people in their 60s want their chance at another Alabama Broad. Y'all sit down somewhere. Y'all sit down somewhere. Y'all sat down. Somebody said grandma must call the White House. My mom tried to call the White House. Yeah. Pull the number up. You got us. I'm telling you, y'all just pray. You know, we're gonna get this together. You know, it's no law against being organized, you know, and it's nothing wrong with black men, Negro colored darky men being leaders. I'm telling you, look at the white guy on here on YouTube. They're not complaining about being leaders. They know they're not just social media commentators. They are leaders. They will get some shit, just like Benny Johnson. A lot of these people be slick racist and slick for blacks at the same time. One thing about it, they're not afraid to get some shit to a White House correspondent or nothing. They're not afraid. You think Trump, I'm telling you, everybody listening to YouTube, everybody listening to YouTube. It ain't no telling how many white people listening to me talk like this. They know I'm telling the truth. Shit, there's nothing you can do about the truth. The truth can only set you free. The truth can push you to become an ally. And then it's up to us whether we want you to ally or not. I'd rather people ally silently. Don't let me know you're doing it. Just do it. Just the fuck do it. If you're a white person and you're watching this channel and you know what I'm saying is true because you're sitting here Googling the shit as I talk, you don't have to reach out to me ever and say you want to ally. Just goddamn it, do it. Just do it. You don't got to tell us nothing. Just do it. You know? Just do it. I saw TikTokers. I'm gonna get out here, y'all. I done held y'all hostage for a long time, about 2 hours. I saw a TikToker say, white people, when y'all see us doing shit over here, y'all need to follow suit because we black people, I guess he was a veteran because he was like, we didn't ask to be in the Vietnam War, but we was fighting right along with y'all. We didn't ask to be in no kind of war, but we fight along with y'all. So when y'all see us boycott Africans, y'all goddamn boycott them too. I was like, you know what? You're right. You fucking right. You fucking right. You know, goddamn it. We white people up here, y'all see us boycotting these goddamn Africans. Don't take y'all ass in there and get no fufu either. That's how it is. That's how it is. Just like during the Olympics. Oh, I should have saved his video and played it on here. Just like during the Olympics, when white and black put on their USA uniform, nigga, and we get patriotic, that's what it is. That's what the fuck it is right now. That's what it is right now. Y'all want to be over here on our ancestors' land and shit? Fight. That's right. That's right. Y'all a part of it too. You boycott too, just like we boycott. You boycott too. God, I should have played it. I should have saved his somebody said leave or cleave. Yeah, I don't want to boycott you. Goddamn, haul your ass back over to Europe. Okay? We don't want to see y'all in there eating no motherfucking fufu or none of that shit. We don't want to see y'all colluding with no Africans or nothing. And the Caribbean people, y'all need to look at the map and see where y'all at on the map. Because y'all are not off the coast of Africa. Africans used the Caribbeans to get to America. They actually used the Caribbeans for that cause. When the last time you heard... This is my theory, child. This is my theory. Because when I was looking at the Nigerian website and seeing the fact that they now have a parade and all that, they used the Caribbeans, man. They used the Caribbeans because that Junkanoo used to be popular in the Bahamas in December. And the Africans really stole the Caribbean's December date. The Caribbeans had a global December, which was Junkanoo. If I ain't mistaken, I think the Junkanoo was in December. Then the Africans came and started doing the Daddy December to try to make themselves have a global December. What that did was kind of push people up off the Junkanoo. And they started doing the marketing to push people over to Africa. Not only that, I was looking at their little carnival. Africans ain't never had no fucking carnival. Africans had a parade. These are Muslim countries. The carnival is based on saints. The carnival is really based on saints, which was under the Christianity pantheon, if you will. The Africans, when you look at their old carnival parade, when you look at their old parade pictures, they in like the Zulu, very weird costume, very evil looking Ali Oxenfree type costumes. But now when you go to the Nigerian website and look at what they now call carnival, they just like the Caribbean carnival. They just like the carnivals that happen over here in America. They just like New Orleans. They got the big feather costumes, all of that shit. All of that shit. So while the Caribbeans want to sit here and collude with Africa, they took y'all shit too. Shit. They really, because see, they was down there in the Caribbean with the Africans, learning everything they was doing, learning their costume and learning their dates and all that shit, and took that shit right on to Nigeria and took that shit right on to Ghana. I'm telling you, I was on that shit when I was doing the research on the Essence Festival. I saw that. I was like, wow, they changed their whole look of their parade. Start calling it a carnival and start putting on feathers and start putting on flashy costumes so they can compete with the carnivals that happen here in the East. Well, they call it West. Here in the West, I was thinking about East Indians, but here in the West, they came and start doing what we do over here. I don't know. They started trying to compete with Brazil's carnival, with the big flashy stuff, and they just tried to compete. They just trying to compete. Cultural bootleg, yeah, cultural scam, a whole scamming ass. I'm telling you, the Caribbeans better look in the mirror and realize they on y'all ass too. You can't collude with them. You right down the street from us. If you in the Caribbean, you right across you a boat ride from us for real. You right around the corner. You can't skip all the way across the treacherous waters of the Atlantic and try to be with them. No, nigga. For one, you got to take 15 shots in order to even be over there. Why would you want to do that? You need to take up for us. You need to take up for America. Damn. Either way, Mexicans do what African does too. What do you mean? I don't think the Mexicans be doing what the Africans be doing. I don't think I ever been scammed by a Mexican. Now, I had a Mexican yard guy one time who I thought was putting fertilizer in my shit. But I was like, this damn grass supposed to go back there. I had to fire Jorge's ass. I fired Jorge's ass because I was like, now why the grass grow back so goddamn quick when you cut my shit? I had to fire Jorge's ass. I got some old black men cutting my yard. They've been cutting my yard for a while, you know. But yeah, I had to let Jorge and them Jesus. I had to let Jesus and them cut my yard one time because they were cutting the neighbor's yard. I swear that nigga put fertilizer in my shit. I said, no, like, that shit not supposed to grow that quick now. You doing something kind of strange, so I can keep calling you back over here every week, every 2 weeks. You know, you got to go. What happened? Oh, the second line. Oh, okay. Yep, all under the guise of the diaspora. Exactly. And see, that diaspora shit some bullshit. Cause you sitting here taking everybody culture, gleaning off everybody's shit, and you saying, yeah, because we're all the diaspora. Well, if we're all the diaspora, why come we can't copy shit that you do? Why you don't do nothing cool that niggas can copy? You niggas hadn't came up with nail trend that we can copy yet. Okay then. So there's not no diaspora shit. Y'all copying everything that happens in America, and that includes North, South, and Central at this point. Y'all just grifting off, but you really is grifting off Black American culture, but you done start grifting off, gleaning off the Caribbean culture, gleaning off the Brazilian culture. Like, y'all are obsessed. It's an obsession at this point, y'all. This live was all over the place. I love y'all. Thank you for everybody who supported this channel. It was supposed to be a funeral. I hope y'all do like my it's a fascinator, whatever. I told y'all the way you find is black. Anyway, some Mexicans running around saying they Indian and we African. Yeah, now that's one thing they will do. They will take off a sombrero and put on the motherfucking Indian feather in a minute. I told y'all that when I was on the old channel. They Chucky. These niggas is child's play. They are really Chucky. Like the Chucky doll. That's why I had the whole Chucky thing. They had them big calves. They look alike. When you telling you, they can blend right on in with the furniture. That's how the cartel was able to blend in and run all those operations out those Indian reservations. Because they blend right in with the furniture. Shit. They blend right in with the furniture. Anyway, thank you for everybody who supported the channel. Thank you, Miss Denise Chandler. You have a bright soul, mommy. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Girl, we got a whole it's you know the history on the Chandler family and Coca-Cola, Miss Denise? Do you know the history on the Chandler family and Coca-Cola? I love when y'all come in with names like that. That's so tied into history. Anyway, guys, thank you for everybody who supported the channel today. If you want to work with the website, let me know. Want to work with the Lineage Bureau? I got to get that in my mind. The American Lineage Bureau. If you want to work with the Bureau, not the website, the Bureau. Contact me at contact@uslineage.com or uslineage.com. They're not like us. Okay, you get it. I do want somebody to be able to do a newsletter. Probably call it Hold the Line or something like that. That's the idea that I have in my head. I got a lot of marketing material and a lot of stuff to put on the website. So just continue to bear with us. We will have everything up very shortly. Like I said, as a developer on the site right now. So even what I just showed y'all could look different when I actually launch it. Right now, it's just a screen that's up that just say coming soon. But if you send your emails in, we will see them on our side. So, yeah. And I think I got all the social media pages for US Lineage. I got the TikTok. I think I got all social media. I even created a Twitter page for US Lineage. I just did it just so we can have it. So yeah. We got most of the stuff. We got most of the stuff done. Yeah, let me change this. Let me change this profile thing right quick. Yep. So anyway, that's that. Thank you, Alton, for the super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you, Mr. Russ. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you in the super chat. I'm about to go get me something to eat, guys. It's so crazy that I waited so late to eat, but I've just been working. If you're my clients, I'm starting back on my clients on Monday. Like I said, this website stuff was supposed to launch today, which would have freed my time up for my clients for this weekend. But I'll probably start back working Monday. I don't think I'm gonna have any free time this weekend. If y'all want to send me files and or any kind of data for the website, send it to contact@uslineage.com. Anything that you want me to put on the site, send it to me, and I'll make sure that I put it on there, because I am doing the design right now. I will be bringing somebody else in. A lot of people, not a lot of people, about 2 people volunteered to help me with the site. Once this site is up, I don't have to have a full stack developer to do anything at that point. We just need just a regular person who know about webs to manage it. That's where you'll come in at, and that will make sure I will make sure you are paid. Okay. So then there's no volunteer position to run a website, because I know it's not nothing that's just easy. So we'll make sure you're paid to keep up with the files and keep up with the maintenance and all that stuff. So for the people who did volunteer to do that, yeah, it's not a volunteer position. It's something I actually want to hire you for. I just needed a full stack developer to work with these files, because as you can see, it's billions of files that has to be sorted and managed. And when the website launched, I'm gonna go through it again, and I'm gonna show y'all it's gonna be much better for those of you who want to use it for research, to do it from a laptop, because it's a lot of files, and some of these files are pulling from everywhere, and they're pulling in large data sets from NARA. Now, if they've already been separated by Fold3 or by Ancestral or by Family Search or some of these others, Family Search is a free site, but Family Search does not have all the files. Family Search rarely even have a whole lot of the land files. So this database is the same database that's underground, basically. So it's better to go in from a computer, because when you're dealing with these data sets, you might open one file and it may have 100 pieces of data in that one file. Like you may be looking for Janine Robinson, 1958, in Little Rock, Arkansas. It may pull up 100 files, and then you have to sit there and go through them or download the entire thing. So if you're doing it that way, because I am making the files downloadable, you want to do that from a laptop, just as if you were in a facility, because this database is for a facility. So whereas this is my personal facility, this is a government. This is like going into a government facility to look at archives, because I had to reach out to the government in order to get it. So please don't try to hack this like somebody hacked the first one, because it's a little bit different these days. I turn people into the feds versus back in that day when I tried that the first time. I didn't have that mindset to turn people into the feds. It wasn't until my Bitcoin got stolen that I really said, man, fuck these people. I'm gonna start sending people to the feds. I'm gonna have to put them in the dirt myself. Don't fuck up this system for all you rogue criminals who may be listening. You will probably either go to the feds or go to the dirt at this point, because if you fuck up this system, you're gonna fuck up my own personal money, because I use this system to find my clients. So to find family members for my clients. So you're not gonna fuck up my money and be unscathed. No, you can get put in the dirt, or you're gonna go to the government. So anyway, that's that, guys. Continue to click like, continue to share the live. If you are watching the playback, guys, find a clip, share it. That's all I can say. Find a clip, share it. You might go viral, because child, I be saying some all kind of stuff on here, but it be true stuff. Anyway, I love y'all. I will see y'all next time. Bye.